Parliament arson-accused Zandile Mafe plans to apply for leave to appeal the court's decision. Of course, this is when it comes to him being denied bail. His legal team say they will go to the Apex Court if they actually have to. The Cape Town Regional Court refused to free him on Friday, saying no exceptional circumstances were brought forward to justify his release. Mafe is facing terrorism and arson charges. He is the sole suspect, of course, in the 2nd January fire that razed the National Assembly building. We've got our reporter Lindsay Dentlinger giving us the latest on that.
Over 30 hours of video footage purports to show Zandile Mafe roaming around Parliament, starting a fire with cardboard boxes and petrol. But this court said it was not for it to decide the merits of the case, rather to determine whether freeing Mafe is in the interests of justice.
When one takes a holistic view of the evidence presented by both the applicant as well as by the state, many red flags pop up.
Magistrate Michelle Adams said in deciding whether or not to release Mafe, the court had to strike a balance between his right to freedom of movement and the seriousness of the charges he's facing.
When the court, having had regard to the oral evidence presented by the applicant, the contents of the affidavit, other supplementary documents, submissions made both in the aids of arguments as well as oral addresses, finds that the applicant did not satisfy the court that exceptional circumstances exist which in the interest of justice permits his release. The application to be released on bail is therefore refused.
Mafe's legal team doesn't agree and says an appeals process will start immediately.
We are going to fight. If we stop in Constitutional Court, being the highest court of the land, that's where we will end. We will definitely fight, and we will still pursue the civil claim against the state.
The National Prosecuting Authority says it will now focus on the ongoing investigation and will oppose any future attempts by Mafe to be freed.
We're still busy with the investigation, the hoax, to look at his cell phone, to determine whether he was working alone or there were some people urging him. There's also still an outstanding investigation in terms of looking at his clothing, whether it had petrol.
The matter will continue in the Cape Town Magistrates Court next Friday. Lindsay Dentlinger, Cape Town.